And I want to go now to Danny Jones. He's the friend of the victim, Travis Alexander. And I want to remind everybody, Travis Alexander is the victim, and now he's being victimized again, it sounds like, all over in court. Danny, how hard was it for you to sit there in court and hear these words? You know, he's calling her a three-hole wonder, all these things. They're in the emails, but again, they need to be in context. It sounds like they're going after him, like he's on trial.
Well, that's exactly what they were doing. You know, I mean, I don't really understand your question. How do I feel about hearing those words? I mean,
and
I don't know. I mean, how would you feel if somebody...
I was going to say, how did, you know, as a friend to sit there and feel like here your poor friend has been murdered and now his reputation's being dragged through the mud?
Well, see, I think that's the big problem, you know, and especially, you know, on the media. Like, this isn't a trial about, you know, how good of a Mormon he was or how well he lived up to his religion or what his sexual fantasies were. You know, I think one thing we have to all remember here is this is a human being, and he's not perfect. I'm not perfect. You're not perfect. Nobody is. I don't care what religion you are. And, you know, it looks like that during that season of his life, you know, temptation got the better of him on some of the other things. But, you know, I think we all need to remember the main thing of this whole trial is these three things. Is, did she murder him? Well, obviously. Was it premeditated? Yes. And was there self-defense? Was it because of self-defense? There's no way in hell it was. Because, and here's why. Because why would she dye her hair color? Why would she rent the car, turn her license plate upside down, pull the battery out of her phone, accidentally get lost and show up in Arizona? You know, stage the scene after she kills him. I mean, it's absolutely ridiculous.
Danny Jones, you're the friend of Travis Alexander. When did you meet Travis?
I met Travis sometime in 2004.
And so you met him before Jodi met him. Jodi met him at that Las Vegas convention in 2006. Did you ever meet her? Mm-hmm. And what were your impressions of her?
I did meet her a couple times. The only time that I really saw her and Travis together was, you know, at business functions in a meeting with, you know, 200 other people. And quite frankly, I had my own things to worry about. I was working and I had my own girlfriend, and it wasn't really something I was paying attention to.
You know, you knew Travis, and you're hearing these allegations, sort of painting these two different pictures of him, if you will, in court. Did you ever see anything where he had a violent streak or an angry streak? It sounds like as the defense is trying to lay the claim for self-defense.
Absolutely not. You know, I know Travis on you know, more of a personal level sometimes. You know, we met, and you know, he was a mentor of mine in the business, and we became really good friends. And he's come over to our house for dinner, and my friend's house for dinner. I've stayed over to his house, you know, numerous times, and you know, we went on a cruise together. We even trained on stage in front of hundreds of other people together here in Arizona. And you know, he was the comedian. He was funny, gentle, very, you know, honest. And you know, I think if they're trying to use the whole, you know, violence, if he really was a violent person and a raging person, that's going to show up in other areas of your life that a lot of other people are going to be able to see. And not one person that knows Travis has come out and said, yeah, he was that person. It has no merit on anything. There's no way.
Did he ever talk about her? Did he ever talk about Jodi Arias and say anything about her?
Not with me.
Is it possible he had sort of two different lives? I mean, is that possible?
You mean with Jodi?
Yeah, I mean, just, you know, sometimes people are one way with one person and one with the other. Although, as I keep saying, I mean, if somebody has a violent streak, the cops would have been called out. Something would have happened. We're not hearing any of that.
Yeah. You know, I mean, we're all human. I mean, but as far as the whole violence part, it wouldn't have happened. Not out of Travis. He was the most genuine person that I've met in a long time, and had a heart of gold. And I think that they're using the whole violence thing because that's what else can she say? She's already changed her story 2 or 3 times, so she has to rely on this. And of course, Travis isn't around to back himself up, so we just have to take things out of context. And you know, so that's all she can use.